Welcome to the BR Handoff, presented by Verizon. I'm your host, Nik Bonitto, and this week I'll be breaking down some of the best highlights, storylines, and performances around the league. Let's open it up with a question, man, from the last host, Dayon Henley, and see what he asked me from last week.
Before I go, let me hand off this one to Nik Bonitto. We both just had bye weeks. On my bye week, I chilled, got with the fam. What did you do for your bye week? Or what do you do for bye weeks?
Yeah, me personally, I don't really try to do too much. I just chilled at the crib with my brother in Denver, and then during the weekend, we headed out to Norman, Oklahoma to watch my old school play, get the dub against the Missouri Tigers. So that was pretty cool. All right, man, let's get into it now. Obviously, we got to, start with my Denver Broncos, man, getting the dub Sunday night against the Commanders. It was a great win for us. Found a way to win on the road, and I couldn't be more proud of the guys for the way that we battled and we finished that game. So obviously, with all that happened in the game, man, we got to talk about the two-point conversion in overtime. It was a crazy play, man. Let's get to it. Yeah, so just getting into the play here, man. Coach VJ drew up a great call for us. We're kind of, as the outside backers, we're both trying to do a mesh charge to the quarterback. So we're both attacking him while the DBs and linebackers all have the running back. So we're going to press play here. And as we going, we kind of expected a run call, but it ended up being a pass. So now at this point, it's just like I'm trying to get after the quarterback. I see the tackle block down. At this point of the rep, I see the quarterback. He keeps trying to back up and stuff. So I'm just trying to affect the quarterback in any way I can. I knew I probably wasn't going to get there, so I was just trying to get my hands up at that point, and I ended up getting the block shot, basically, and, we ended up winning the game off of that. So it was a great call. Everybody, did good all game, and I was happy we were able to find a way to win that game. So great call, VJ. Yeah, so, just looking after that game, man, right now we stand alone in the AFC West. We're battling for the top seed in the AFC, too. So, there's a lot of stake in these last couple of weeks, man. And, we just going to keep trying to dial it in, keep trying to, just do what we're doing and continue to stack up these wins. Obviously we have aspirations of being atop of the AFC West, getting that number one seed for the playoffs. But and I feel like it starts defensively, man. I feel like there's still another level we can take it to. We've been playing great ball so far this season, but I still feel like there's more room to grow for us. And but that's the best thing about us, man. I feel like, when it comes to our defense, we have so many selfless players, guys that, are willing to do the hard downs and just to, sacrifice for the greater good of the team. And I feel like that's what kind of makes us so special. And, that's why we play the way we do. And obviously, like I said, we're trying to take steps to continuously trying to be better as a defense. But obviously a big addition to that is getting Pat back. You talk about a guy that, we tell go guard the best receiver on the other team, and you don't hear about him for the rest of the game. It means wonders to our defense, and he truly is a special player, man, and that's why, he's the best in the game in my opinion. So it's going to be great having him back and being able to go on this stretch down the end of the season and finishing that off for sure. But he's not the only corner that I feel like is playing really good ball right now. Obviously we have a lot of guys that came in and stepped in, but specific shout out to Riley Moss, man. He's been playing good ball. Gave up his first touchdown last night, unfortunately, but it was such a crazy play. He was in great position all the way through, and it was a great throw by the quarterback, great throw by the receiver, as we see here, man. And that's just one of the ones. You just got to take it and just move on to the next play. And he's a resilient guy, so I know he bounced back in a big way, and it was a great catch by Burks for sure. Shout out to Traylon Burks, man. What a great play it was. Obviously, it went, viral. Even though it was against us, it went viral. And even OBJ, gave his little shout out. That's how great of a catch it was, man. And you see the little 13-on-13 action. So, it was a great play by Burks, man. And, shout out to him. Speaking on the Broncos Commanders, man, shout out to the Broncos offense. Y'all boys did y'all thing. Being able to go drive down, get 7 for us, make it easier for us to try to go get that stop in the overtime and a 2-point conversion. It was really huge. Bo did his thing. O-line did his thing. Running backs, receivers, man, shout out to all y'all. I feel like we've been in so many situations like that where, I feel like it comes down to the offense, and we just know what they're going to do at that point. I feel like nothing really has to be said. Bo just goes out there, he leads the offense, finds the way for us to either get points, take the lead, tie the game, something like that. And they've come through for us time and time again. And at this point, it's just about us as a defense, just getting them in position and them taking care of the rest. Looking ahead to the Week 18 matchup against the Chargers, man, a lot of people saying it's going to come down to who's going to win that division, and that's going to be really exciting, man. We've struggled with them since Harbaugh has came, and they've had our numbers, so we're going to be looking out for that one, and it's going to be a good matchup, man. With all the skill players they have, obviously Justin's a great quarterback. Defense is playing really elite, man. So that Week 18 matchup is going to be really special, and obviously, we got to take it 1 week at a time, but it may come down to that last week to see who's going to win that division. So it's going to be interesting for sure. Play of the week, man. Let's get into it. Maybe one of the craziest plays we've seen all season, man, from this past Sunday. If you were watching the game, you know what I'm talking about. Puka Nacua made one of the craziest snags I've ever seen, man, over a Panthers defender. Let's go look at it. Oh, my gosh. Little stutter go. Cornerback tried to stack him. He went, oh, yeah, that's elite. If you look at it, he low-key helped him out with the ball too, but still, even him just being able to get that one hand there, be able to snag it in for a big play, man. It was really, really amazing, man. And, obviously the fans loved it, but, I mean, just as a player myself, man, I can appreciate that type of greatness. When you just talk about that catch, the degree of difficulty for him to, obviously not even just catch the ball, but catch it with one hand in the rain, under the circumstances that it was a close game. Obviously, they're trying to fight for best record in the NFL, and for him to go up and make a play like that, it was really amazing. And, it just shows why he's one of the best in the league, man. And shout out to Puka. Keep doing your thing, man. You balling for sure. With that being said, the Rams did end up losing this game. It was kind of one of the more shocking upsets of this week, man. Obviously, the Rams were, coming in scorching hot, coming in 9-2. And then obviously the Panthers coming off that Monday night loss, and the way they were able to respond and beat one of the hotter teams in the league, it was really special to see, man. And shout out to Coach E, man. He was my rookie DC. He's doing this thing over there. Got them boys playing ball. Can't be more happy for him, man, and and the Panthers. So congrats to the Panthers. But with that being said, we got to look at these NFC playoff picture. Chicago is kind of taking the lead on that with the Rams losing. So my boy Caleb doing this thing in Chicago. Happy to see that. And you see the picture, man. They just beat the Eagles, Super Bowl champs, and they're a hot team right now, one of the hottest in the NFL. And it's going to be real tough to beat them throughout the year. So it's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. And just looking at the standings, man, there's so many tough teams, and in this conference, man. But I think a team that obviously people don't want to see, I feel like, is the Seattle Seahawks. But the way their offense is playing, the way their defense is playing, man, they got dogs on both sides of it. And Jigba's been having a really good year, man. Defense has been flying around. I feel like they'll be one of the more scarier teams to play in the playoffs, especially if they end up winning their division and having to play in the wild card early. So from a team that some should be afraid of to a man that everybody fears, man. Another week, another sack for Myles Garrett against the 49ers on Sunday. He's playing at an all-time level right now, man. Obviously, he's chasing some greatness right now, trying to be the all-time sack leader in the season. He's almost close to it, man. I think he's going to do it, man. He's one of the greatest I've ever seen, and definitely the best in the game right now. And I think what makes him so special is just the way he rushes the passer, being able to do everything with power, finesse, anything he wants to in his toolbox, man, it's there for him. And with the amount of attention he gets and the way he's still able to get these sacks, it really is, something to see, man. And, that's why he's probably the best in the game, in my opinion. So shout out to Myles, man. And let's get into his sack against the 49ers this week. Yeah, so looking at the play here, man, obviously the tight end's coming in motion. Even if it's one of the best in the game in Trent Williams, man, you got to send him some help. Myles is a freak in nature. Tight end comes in motion. Like I said, they're going to need chip help. They send Kittle to try to go get him. And off the gate, man, you can see the great get-off that he has and just to threaten the tackle a little bit. And if we keep going into it, yep. Kind of is crazy, bro, because he literally teleports from the outside to the inside. I don't know how he does it, but he felt the overset a little bit. Being able to go inside, make the play against Purdy, and I think that's 19 for him now on the season. So he truly is special, bro. I mean, the way he just knows things are coming, and the way he just has a pass rush plan going into every game, man, it truly is special. So shout out to Myles, man. I'm rooting for you. Go get the sack record, bro. Keep leading the way. Now it's time for the better deal segment, man. And today I'm picking between what was a better trade for the Dallas Cowboys, whether it was George Pickens or Quinnen Williams. Playing against both guys, obviously I play against George more because I'm on the defensive side of the ball, but I watch a lot of Quinnen tape, even when they play against us or he's played against us. I've watched them too, and just being able to see George, he kind of ascended this year. He's been a great player his first couple years in the league, but just to see the type of year he's having, man, it truly is special. And between him and CD, man, it's 1A, 1B, depending on the game. So he's doing this thing, man. And then when you're looking at Quinnen Williams, obviously what he's doing since he's gone to the Cowboys, you can see it right there, man. The 21 pressures already in 3 games compared to his 19 and the 8 with New York Jets, man. He's doing this thing. He's changed the defense since he's gotten there. Their numbers have been better. They're playing with a different type of energy, man, rushing the passer up front, and it's making the job easier on the back end for the DBs. So I feel like it's going to be pretty tough to choose between the two. Both are having really good years, but I'm going to be biased, man. I'm a guy that's up front, so I'm going with Quinnen Williams, man. Just what he's done in these short amount of games, and you've already seen the turnaround defensively and just how much their team is even playing better now, man. It's been really special to see. So, I would go with Quinnen Williams, man. He's been a baller ever since he got in the league, and, I hope he just keeps going. They're playing really good ball with him right now. Speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, they just came off a big win against our divisional rival, the Kansas City Chiefs. That didn't come without Patrick Mahomes making another crazy play outside the pocket, man, as he always does. So you looking at it right here, evading the pressure, getting away from Quinnen Williams. The guy's been balling. Be able to make this crazy throw like he always does, man, and it leads to a big play. So, yeah, man, that was a great play by Pat. Obviously, they was trying to get after him up front, and him still being able to make that play was pretty crazy. That being said, man, I do kind of want to get, into my top 5 as far as toughest guys to sack in the league, man. A lot of great quarterbacks in this league that can do a lot of things, but let's get into it. At 5, I got my guy, Bo Nix. Just watching the man and going against him in practice, I feel like what kind of makes him so hard to sack is him being able to get the ball out fast, him understanding what's in front of him, and even just the way that he maneuvers the pocket and, can make plays with his legs or being able to throw down the field. So he's at 5 for me. At 4, I got Joe Burrow. Another guy who's a quick processor, can see the defense and know where the ball is going to go with it. And, just with him being able to be so decisive with it and still make plays with his legs. And, like I said, same with Bo with either run or pass. He has to be at 4 for me. At 3, we got Jayden Daniels. Obviously, I didn't get to go against him this week, but just watching him on film, man, he easily looks like the fastest dude on the field whenever he's out there, just running around, making plays and escaping from defenders. And I believe I'm one of the fastest in the league, but, if I got to chase down that guy, it's going to be really hard, and he's going to make my life pretty crazy that day. So, he's at 3 for me. At 2, we got probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, nothing has to be said. You just seeing the crazy play he just makes. And I think with the combination of him being so smart and being able to maneuver the pocket and make plays with his legs or throw the ball down the field, and even if you feel like you got a hand on him, he's still finding ways to just throw it downfield or making some type of crazy play. So Pat's definitely got to be 2 for me. Number 1 on my list, Broward County legend, Lamar Jackson. This guy is one of the fastest guys in the league. He's outran me a couple of times. We played him last year. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks in our game today. And, just with him being able to make so many different type of plays with his legs and being able to still throw the ball down the field while being able to run away from defenders, whether it's D linemen, linebackers, DBs, man, truly is special. So Lamar's my number 1. It's the craziest time of year in college football. Conference championships, spots in the college football playoff are up for grabs. The biggest headline going into this week, though, was Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss for the head coaching job at LSU, man. I feel like it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen, just as far as, such a big-time head coach, leaving one big program to go to another, especially right before a college football playoff appearance. Definitely, was a stranger move to me, but I also understand it, man. I mean, I know the type of money that he's probably going to be getting over there, the type of recruits he's going to get at LSU. So, I mean, if it was a good decision for him, I can understand it. But at the same time, I do feel bad for the players out Ole Miss who, have had such a great season under him, and now having to go without their head coach could be a very heartbreaking thing. But it's going to be interesting to see how they perform in the playoffs. There's also controversy in who deserves the college football playoff spot debate, man. And so with that, let's go into it, man. We're going to play a game of in or out college football playoff edition. And let's start with the Sooners, man. My alma mater, the Oklahoma Sooners. I believe that we're locked to get in, man, but we're going to see. I feel like we have a really good resume. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like we've beaten the most ranked teams in the top 25. So I feel like we've made a case all year to be in the playoffs, so I think we should be in. Next up, we got my rivals, Texas Longhorns. I'm biased. I'm going to say they need to be out. I don't care. They lost 3 games. They lost a bad Florida team this year, man. I don't care that they beat Texas A&M. Them guys don't deserve to be in. Let's move on to BYU now. I feel like with BYU, they've been a team that has kind of dominated their conference all year long. And obviously the loss to Texas Tech, it was really just a blowout kind of fashion. But that doesn't take away from the season they had. They just had a really good season. And honestly, I feel like they should be in, man. Next up, my hometown team, the Miami Hurricanes, man. Miami's a kind of a little bit of a weird team because they do have the great win at home against Notre Dame early in the year, and they pretty much dominated almost everybody they played in their wins, man. But the losses kind of stand out too. Obviously, an overtime loss to SMU, that one hurt, and a game that I feel like they should have won in Louisville. But with all that being said, man, I trust the Hurricanes, man. They have a lot of great players. I think they should be in. Next up, we got the Fighting Irish, Notre Dame. Been playing really good ball all year. Jeremiah Love is a standout player. Could be up for the Heisman. They have some 2 tough losses to earlier in the year where they battle at home against Texas A&M, lose that in a close one. Then obviously going to Miami, having to lose that one too. And a game where they almost come back. And I think their resume kind of speaks for itself, man. They kind of ran the table after that. They got things right, and they've been dominant ever since those 2 games. So, in my opinion, I feel like Notre Dame's another team that has to be in. They're playing really good ball right now, and they lost to 2 of the better teams in the country. Last but not least, the Vanderbilt Commodores. They've had a really great year so far, man. Obviously doing the things that they're doing. While they have had a great year, I do have to say I have them out of the playoffs. It's unfortunate because they really have a good year. Diego Pavia's having Heisman type of year, and I just don't feel like they have enough signature wins to say that, I can put them in over a lot of these teams. So Vanderbilt will be out, and that will be that edition of In or Out. That's all I've got for today, y'all. This is the last episode of the season of BR Handoff, so I'm not handing the rock to anyone. I'm taking this one to the crib. That's it for BR Handoff presented by Verizon. Thank y'all for tapping in. Peace.